Wow, two separate comments requesting the same movie. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. And by complete coincidence, I ended up watching this movie with my friends, so I guess the universe really wants me to make a video on Tangled. Click below to watch the original Sins video.
Once upon a time, a single drop of sunlight fell from the heavens, and from this small drop of sun grew a magic, golden flower.
Small drop of sun traveled 93 million miles to f up the rules of photosynthesis. Also, sunlight comes to Earth in beams, not drops. Everyone knows that.
Jeremy tries to apply real-life science to this movie about literal magic.
Mother Gothel hoarded its healing power and used it to keep herself young for hundreds of years.
How does healing power translate into reversing the aging process?
Well, that's because most of the visual effects of aging are the result of dying cells, and the flower could easily have the power to heal those cells.
I'll give you a hint. That's Rapunzel.
That's not a hint, dude. That's just the answer.
Yes, Jeremy, that is the joke. I mean, it's not the world's funniest joke or anything, but it's a mildly quirky turn of phrase, and Jeremy is still a moron for taking it seriously.
Flower, gleam and glow.
How does Mother Gothel know that if she sings the song to Rapunzel that her hair will still have the power to make her young? That's a huge risk to break into a castle and hope that the magical flower latched itself into Rapunzel's DNA.
And that's a risk I can imagine her taking given how Gothel has been characterized as desperate to retain her youth.
Why does cutting the hair destroy its power? Isn't it part of her DNA? Isn't it blonde at the roots?
Again, stop trying to apply the rules of real science here. This is a kids movie about a princess with magical hair that can heal people. It does not need to base that healing hair in the rules of DNA.
Apparently these thieves knew that you could pry open someplace on the top of the castle, find an easily removable panel, and Mission Impossible the way down.
Jeremy is apparently flabbergasted by the idea of taking time to research and plan something before doing it, which explains a lot.
Mother, I'm turning 18.
What? No self-respecting 18-year-old would have waited this long to ask to go outside the home, or even to sneak out on their own. Rapunzel fails at being a teenager.
Well, Gothel is shown to be a master manipulator, so it wouldn't shock me if she was able to shape Rapunzel's personality to make her more compliant.
They appear every year on my birthday, Mother.
See, Witch Mom? The movie's entire central conflict is due to you not just making up some fake birthday for your fake daughter you hoped would never realize she was the king's daughter. Stupid witch.
That is actually a pretty good point, so here's a send-off.
You know why we stay up in this tower?
Well, she stays. You go out every day for great lengths of time.
It's almost as if this woman who has been gaslighting a little girl to stay locked in a tower all her life is willing to stretch the truth a little bit.
They survive this. Dead horse magically reanimates to life before our very eyes.
Jeremy sends cartoon physics in a cartoon.
Also, pretty damn convenient he shows up while Rapunzel's overprotective witch mother is gone, right?
Not really, considering that Gothel is gone for most of the time, as you yourself acknowledged earlier.
I'm going to make hazelnut soup for dinner.
Hazelnut soup?
Yes, Jeremy, hazelnut soup is a food. Good on you for noticing. Like, I feel like this sin would make sense if the food sounded disgusting, but it really doesn't.
But if you just...
Rapunzel, we're done talking about this.
Despite never once being a characteristic of their relationship, Mother Gothel constantly interrupts Rapunzel so that she can turn really evil and give Rapunzel second thoughts about how good her mother is.
Because apparently interrupting someone is such an extremely unique trait that someone could have to the point that it must be established earlier, or else Jeremy will be flummoxed.
And when I promise something, I never, ever break that promise.
Man, I hope she promises to do me. I mean, cartoon do me. Wait, shit. I mean, I want to squeeze him.
Cool.
Why is he climbing down? Why didn't she just lower him down with her hair?
Probably because Rapunzel doesn't trust Flynn enough for that yet.
Just smell the grass, the dirt.
Hey, where'd the rest of her hair go?
We can still see it trailing off screen somewhere over here.
Also, it's been 3 days, and this horse has been on a never-ending sniff hunt for Ryder the whole time.
No it hasn't. That was earlier today. Rapunzel's birthday is supposed to be tomorrow, and that hasn't happened yet. Yes, Gothel did say she would be leaving for 3 days, but she literally just left.
A palace horse. Where's your rider? Rapunzel. Rapunzel!
Gothel sees a horse without a rider, and from that is able to immediately come to the conclusion that Rapunzel is in danger.
Rapunzel's hair should be filled with grass, flowers, dirt, and bugs by now.
Given the fact that this hair is magic and can heal people, I have no trouble believing that it is capable of repelling dirt.
Let you see me on the stage performing Mozart.
Well, no, since Mozart was an 18th century composer, and what era is this? Like, definitely way before Mozart, right?
So I should decide to go ahead and check this. There is no confirmed time period for when this movie takes place, but everybody who has looked into it has come to the conclusion that it is set sometime in the early 19th century, which is after Mozart. So if you're gonna complain about anachronisms, maybe try doing any amount of research rather than just talking out of your ass.
Oh, lay off, Maximus. You suck, and you definitely suck at tracking. If you were on their trail, you would have found them by now.
He says over footage of Maximus finding them.
If you were on their trail, you would have found them by now. You've had 3 days.
Again, no he hasn't. This is the same day.
You should know that this is the strangest thing I've ever done!
Said the guy who just improvised a solo verse of a spontaneous thug show tune on the bar in a pub.
Which, in a universe governed by musical logic, would seem normal to most people. Also, I just noticed that the timer is comically oversized compared to the rest of the text, and appears to be a different font.
Random girl no one has ever seen before and looks exactly like the child who was kidnapped 18 years ago does not arouse any suspicions.
Do you really think people would be able to recognize her from a mosaic of her as an infant?
What the f*** is going on? They're dancing, now they're hiding from guards and eating cupcakes, dancing the same dance, now they're f***ing up a library, still dancing. Are they in several places at once?
Apparently the concept of a montage is too advanced for Jeremy's brain.
Rapunzel!
This horse hated Flynn and was part of the team chasing him to begin with, but after a few short hours of spending time with Flynn and Rapunzel, the horse has concern for Rapunzel's safety. Also, the horse has concern.
Why is this a sin? Between Maximus and Pascal, animals in this movie are shown to have basically the exact same level of intellect as humans.
I'm making hazelnut soup.
Hazelnut soup.
What the fuck is up with your beef with hazelnut soup?
Flynn cuts a girl's hair without her foreknowledge or permission. Shit. I know why he does it, and it works, but still. Rob a girl of her special power and cut her hair all in one fell swoop? Dick move.
Given the circumstances, I'm sure that Rapunzel is going to be able to understand.
This chameleon straight up murders a bitch.
Not really, because it wasn't the fall that killed her. She was already disintegrated before she hit the ground.
If this had been Maximus or Ryder, this fall wouldn't have hurt one bit.
You're actually right, because again, it wasn't the fall that killed her.
After a movie where the only magic is hair, a magic tear will now swoop in and steal the movie. Because Disney. I guess it's true love's tear, right?
Okay, so I don't have a problem with this sin, but I do still want to address it. Many people in the comments of the original Sins video were pointing out that this is actually a reference to the fairy tale that this movie is based on, where Rapunzel's able to heal the prince's sight with her tears. But the reason why I'm on Jeremy's side here is because this is not something that is ever mentioned in the movie up until this point, as the magic has been restricted solely to Rapunzel's hair. It doesn't matter what happened in the original fairy tale, because this movie is its own thing, and it needs to have its own internal logical consistency. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then why not leave a like, or subscribe, or leave a comment about how much you liked it so I can get some of that sweet, sweet validation. So after the next video, which should be about Captain America Civil War, I'm probably going to be taking a little bit of a break from this channel because college is starting up again, and I need to prioritize classes more than this channel. So don't be surprised if there's like a dramatic lessening of the amount of videos that I upload. So I hope you all have a good day, and bye!